I don't know if you guys saw this post overnight from Trump, but he lost his shit in the middle of the night again. The rapper Charlemagne the God was interviewed by Trump's daughter-in-law, Lara Trump. She's married to the dumb one, Eric. And then Trump said this: the very wonderful and talented Lara Trump, whose show is a big ratings success, put racist sleazebag Charlemagne the God, parentheses, why is he allowed to use the word God when describing himself? Can anyone imagine the uproar there would be if I used that nickname? He's a low IQ individual, has no idea that words are coming out of his mouth, and knows nothing about me or what I have done. So here's where we're going to pause. First, what did Charlemagne say that was racist? Let's explain that first, if you don't mind. Secondly, why is he allowed to use the word God when describing himself? Because it's a free fucking country, you idiot. You're allowed to describe yourself as a man, as a genius, right? As somebody who's intelligent. You're none of those, so why should we allow you to do something? Now you want to talk about what people are allowed to call themselves? Why is J.D. Vance on his third name in 41 years? Why is he allowed to go by an assumed name or a different name that he was given at birth? Go fuck yourself, you piece of shit. Now, here's where we get into shit, and I have to take these off to read because I'm old. Okay. He knows nothing about me, like what I have done, like just ending 5 wars. Really? You ended 5 wars? Including the 31-year bloodbath between Republic of Congo and Rwanda, where 7 million people have died. Excuse me. And there was no end in sight. Didn't know you were responsible for that, but okay. He didn't know that, or India and Pakistan. Well, India came out and said you had nothing to do. India and Pakistan came out and said you had nothing to do with their ceasefire, so you still pushing that bullshit? Or wiping out Iran's nuclear capabilities. You didn't. Our own intelligence agency said you didn't. Europe's intelligence agency say you didn't. Satellite imagery says you didn't. Wiping out Iran's nuclear capabilities, or closing the horrendous open border. The border wasn't open, dumb fuck. Or creating the greatest economy where prices and inflation have come way down, and where stupid and corrupt Joe Biden set the record for doing the worst job as president ever. Pause. Prices are not way down. Inflation is down but ticked up, and unemployment is stable, but prices aren't down. I know that you don't actually shop for shit, but they're not down. He goes on to say, but this dope, Charlemagne, would vote for Sleepy Joe or Kamala? Remember, 1 year ago our country was dead. Now it's the hottest country anywhere in the world. MAGA, 3 exclamation points. If we're the hottest country anywhere in the world, why did you just have the worst 3 months of job production since the pandemic? That's what just happened. We just had the worst 3 months of job production since the pandemic. It's happening all over again, folks. When Donald Trump got elected the first time, we had an economy that was growing. We had a market that was growing. We had an unemployment rate that was dropping. And then he got his 2017 Trump tax cuts. He said he was going to be the greatest job creator of all time. And in his first 3 years pre-pandemic, he oversaw the creation of 1.4 million fewer jobs than Obama did in his last 3 years. And we're at it again. We just had the worst 3 months of job growth since the fucking pandemic. And he's saying we're the hottest country in the world. We got Canadians buying Canadian products and skipping over American products because of your bullshit. We have American citizens paying more for their goods. We have a cooling off of our economy. And you're out there talking about how hot we were. We were better a year ago. By the way, this is what sent him into a tizzy.
So look, we're 6 months into President Trump's second term in office. Now, I know you've been critical. You've had your bones to pick with President Trump. If you took his name out of it and looked solely at what has happened, the policies and the things that have changed around the world and in our country over the first 6 months, how do you rate his presidency so far?
I wouldn't give it a good rating.
Why not?
Simply because, the least of us are still being impacted the worst. Like when you look at something like, the big beautiful bill, that's something that, I'm going to benefit from because of the tax bracket that I'm in. But, there's going to be so many people that's hurt by that bill. And, anything that, takes away Medicaid from people and is going to put people in a worse financial situation than, they were previously in. I'm not for. And, he ran on that. Like, he ran on, the economy. He ran on saying that, grocery prices were going to be down. And,
That has happened.
No.
Inflation is trending down. And by the way, Medicaid...
No. I think that traditional conservatives are going to take the Republican Party back. I think there's a political coup going on right now in the Republican Party that people aren't paying attention to.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, I think that this Epstein thing is going to be a way for traditional conservatives to take their party back. I really do. I think that they know this is the issue that has gotten the base riled up. The MAGA base isn't letting this issue go, and for the first time, they know they can, probably take their party back and not piss off the MAGA base.
That is what sent Trump into a tirade in the middle of the night. You can just see it, right? Him on the toilet in the middle of the night, screaming into his phone through Arby's stained fingers. How and why is he allowed? You just wonder which one of these is going to be the one that causes him to have the Elvis on the shitter.